Oh, it's Matt Mosley, The Mosley Show, live and in color. Oh, the great new YouTube show. Thank you. And boy, this is how we get so many subscribers, because we get folks like Nicki Collen. We get big name guests. Nicki, turn me. Scotty, I'm hearing feedback, so I may have to do one of those things where I say, turn down your radio. Nicki.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay. Scotty, walk me through it if you don't mind, because I'm hearing huge echo. But for now, I'll just play through it. It's fine. I just think Scotty can advise Nicki while I'm just talking about the World Series or something right now. Nicki's got a big, she's got media availability coming up. She's got this huge trip. There's so much going on. The Bears are getting ready to face the number 7 team in the land, in the Duke Blue Devils, and they're going to a different land to do that. And so we'll get Nicki back on here. I just didn't want to. I didn't want our audience to just hear. That's too much of me to actually hear a question and then hear it repeated out of my voice. That's too much. But we got a lot to discuss with Nicki, because this is a really fun team. I love who they're sponsored by, because it's our presenting sponsor as well. We were going to do one of Nicki's commercials right into it. I don't know if we didn't do it, but man, Nicki's acting, and then of course Joe Nesbitt's acting, always good. Okay, good. Oh, there she is. Okay, Nicki. Oh, perfect. I'm not here. This is ironing out some of the wrinkles, Nicki, in the new Mosley Show. But
I know this is fancy. This is fancy now.
Yeah, welcome into my home office. You can see all my master's paraphernalia in the background, some of my old morning news stories and all. And man, thank you. I can see in your background, you have like the practice court or something back there.
Yeah, so we sure do.
This is fun to do. Welcome back. It's been too long. I mean, I've been trying to set this up for months, and now today I have. I have landed you. No, this is exciting, and I know I'll be somewhat efficient today because you have some media availability coming up. But by the way, were you like me? Now, the reason I'm wearing sunglasses is because I stayed up till 2 a.m., which I do most nights, but I stayed up till the bottom of the 18th to see the Dodgers win that game. Now, you're a huge sports fan of all the NBA, WNBA, baseball, everything. Did you watch some of the World Series, or did you have the good sense to like the 9th inning or whatever to go ahead and retire for the evening?
I'll tell you, I am a Cubs fan. I don't know that I'm truly an MLB fan. I'm really more of a Cubs fan and a basketball. I haven't watched any, quite frankly, of the baseball playoffs this year, between recruiting and trying to get ready for the season, and I guess playing against the top 10 team to start our season. I saw some tweets about the game last night, but I would say that's about it. Like I'm like kind of more into paying attention to what's VJ doing with the 676ers, and the numbers guys are putting up in the NBA right now are crazy. So I saw Cooper Flagg kind of had his first rookie experience last night, had like 2 points, and
I was there, by the way.
Well, so like it happens, like, so they're human.
Yeah, but we don't. Yeah, when you're number 1 overall, you don't really get to be human. But sometimes it takes a while, and even the great Wemby wasn't like a star. I mean, I guess he was kind of a star, but he had to go through some growing pains. And now he came out and he puts 40 on the Mavs in that opening game. By the way,
he's shooting like 80% this season. It's like unbelievable. Like, it's wild.
We're not used to seeing 7'5" humans that can dribble through their legs and take people off the dribble and can shoot the three, but also have a great post-up game. I mean, in a lot of ways, we've not seen this person. Like in my mind, I was like, okay, is he the souped up 2.0 version of Tim Duncan? And then as I was like watching that game the other night, I'm like, but Tim Duncan couldn't do any of this stuff. Like he was great.
No, but it's like it's kind of an amazing thing because you look at the WNBA even and Dominique Malonga being the number 2 pick behind Paige Beckers, and she's a 6'7" French kid that can shoot the three and do a lot of the same things Wemby can do, and it's the direction the game's going. Like you just don't see the traditional low posts anymore. Like centers are standing and setting screens or standing in corners and spacing. So yeah, it's the way it's trending.
Scotty, could you put our Central National Bank thing up again? Because I see a small one up above Nikki. By the way, we're both, look at that, Nikki. We have the same presenting sponsor. Like they were the Mosley show.
Get ready.
And then
there are
went.
Commercials coming. New ones. New commercials are coming.
Have you already filmed them and they're in the can or okay?
I don't know that they're done, but yes, I have filmed 3 commercials. There's an extra that might have some of our players in it. So yeah, lot to look forward to for the fans of the Nicki Collen poking at herself in the acting world.
Yeah, and the woman you advise about like the charges, Peggy,
yeah.
I thought, I mean, you were really good. I thought Mac was good on the phone, but Peggy was excellent. I mean, it was.
Hey, I tell you,
yeah.
Craig. I mean, Craig makes another appearance. People are going to be excited to see Craig again.
What's the line?
This time.
I think she likes you.
No donuts this time.
I think she likes you or something. Craig's over there eating his dunking or whatever he's supposed to be doing. All right, big game. Monday, 11 a.m., national ESPN. This is pretty neat, Nikki. Y'all basically open the men's and women's. Like, I mean, it's a little confusing watching because now we don't hide these old secret scrimmages. Now we're doing these exhibitions. You would never tell me who you all were actually playing. But now it's just out and out. And this is like a real thing. You're going over to Paris and you're going to open up the season. And there are easier ways to ease into a season than playing the number 7 team in the country. But hey, y'all are number 16. And you do have some great players coming back. This is going to be a really fun matchup. And this is going to be the Adidas Arena. I don't know if y'all should be allowed to play there. Aren't you a Nike team? But this is going to be the Adidas Arena. So don't let them give you any Adidas gear or anything like that. But this is going to be a lot of fun. Now, walk us through what's the buildup to this. Like, what's the sightseeing ratio? And I would think you're a very cultured person. You've probably traveled.
Yeah.
You've been to Paris before, at least a couple times, I would imagine.
I have actually never been to Paris. I have traveled to Europe many times. I've actually never been to Paris, so I'm pretty excited. So yeah, there's a little bit. I mean, obviously this is different than a foreign tour. It's a business trip, but we leave tomorrow. We have a free day when we arrive on Thursday. Then we'll practice from then on. But we've got a dinner cruise on the Seine. We're going to the Eiffel Tower. We're going to the Louvre. We're doing some Nike innovation stuff and having dinner with the ambassador. So there's quite a lot of cultural experiences mixed in. But certainly it doesn't have the same feeling of when we went to Italy and Greece and it was like 98%. Let's go have a good time. Let's go see what we can see. This is a little bit more of using, basketball as a way to see the world and at the same time try to keep them really focused on, what we're there to do and what we're there to accomplish.
Yeah. So do you land and make them stay up? Because when kids aren't used or students aren't used to jet lag, and I do this too, if you can't sleep on a plane, like I can't,
Right.
you want to get there and like go to sleep, but you got to get on that schedule. Like, so depending on what
Yep.
time y'all land, I would think you've already thought that one through, right? You keep them, if
Yeah,
you keep them
we're
up. Yeah.
planned out for when we land. They
Okay.
will have free time that afternoon, and we'll bring them back for dinner, and so we will work to get that right. I can't tell you they won't take an afternoon nap, but
Hmm.
hopefully we can keep them from just going to bed for the day, because then that obviously creates an issue. But I think they're all very, very excited to the idea of being in Paris and what they'll be able to do and see. And where we're staying is a really awesome area. So just being able to even get out and walk and shop, and, of course, it's NIL time. So, now they can all go buy Louis Vuittons and at the flagship stores and do all that kind of stuff. So I think they'll make pretty good use of their Thursday afternoon, because it
Yeah.
really is the true free day while we're there.
Yeah, I've been in that store, and that store caused some damage to my savings.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
there's another one. There's like that store, and then there's something that's not quite Louis Vuitton, but it's kind of in that realm where you would get like billfolds or handbags or whatever, that kind of thing. You would know, Nikki. I can't think of it, but I mean, like I got like a double hit. I got hit by the Louis Vuitton, and then there was another place on that same little area, and oh, the kid, they'll love that. And then go see some of those,
yeah.
like they have like their sports cars where some of that development is. I don't know. Yeah, that's going to be so much fun. We could just turn this into a travel log, but we won't do that. Scotty, can you play our breaking news? We did have breaking news earlier on Baylor women's basketball, and I wanted my glasses on for this. Is very special breaking news. The Ann Myers Drysdale preseason watch list. This announcement went out. Talia Scott has been added to that preseason. I don't know if you add them. It's the initial preseason watch list. Known as a very prolific scorer. So that's pretty cool, Nikki. When you going into a season and you've got other players who will be up for other awards, but I do think, and I know she has had some injury issues and other things in the past and all that kind of thing, but this is someone you've brought in. You've brought in some great transfers, but I don't know that we've ever had a transfer that has been this prolific and at times has been just a dominant player in the SEC. So, what do you think of that award? And it's named for someone that I would think people in your world look up to very much.
Yeah, obviously, being in the W, Ann Myers is, calls the games for the Phoenix Mercury, so I've gotten to know her pretty well over the years. Talia Scott she's a special talent. Like, I have really just referred to her as a professional scorer. Like, she just has a knack. She's not the tallest, strongest, fastest, quickest, but she has elite use of hesitation and getting people off balance. She truly is a three-level scorer. She can hit the pull up. She's got a float game. She's crafty at the rim. She's got a little bit of what, a Jada Walker had, being able to score at different angles around the rim. But where she's different is she can really get going from three. And so somebody that can play a little one will play more two than one. But one way or the other, she'll be in a lot of actions because she can make things happen.
Man, I can't wait. And so, yeah, because I think of Jada as someone, like you said, looked unorthodox at times, but was highly, highly effective. So to have that kind of maybe speed and maybe finishing ability and that kind of thing, that's going to be. Now, how has she fit in with the team? Was it when you bring in someone that's been that much of a scorer and you put her with some other pretty solid scorers, was it immediate? Did it take some time? Like as far as the culture of the team, and then on the court, how long did it take to kind of for that process to come about?
Well, I think it's still a work in progress, but I would tell you, like, we obviously had a pretty gaping hole left by the graduation of Sarah, Jada, and Yaya. And so when you think about three double figure scores that played minutes at that kind of combo guard position. I mean, we needed someone to come in and be an effective scorer and someone that can facilitate. So I don't think it's been an issue of her coming in. I certainly think that it takes some time for new players to trust. Like our system of the ball will find its way to the best players. The ball will find its way to the people it's supposed to find. Even in the midst of flow offense where everything isn't maybe determined like, hey, this play is to you. Being a threat. And, I talked to Talia early, like when, she didn't maybe feel like she was touching it as much as she wanted to. I'm like, don't worry. Like, I will get you the ball. Like, it's the one thing I can guarantee you, the ball will find its way to your hand, And right now we're kind of in that mode of learning to play in flow and getting the ball to move. And, like when we, in our secret scrimmage, which I've never called that, we called it closed scrimmages. I don't know why it became secret. But when we played Oklahoma, it was, I asked the team after the game, how many times did we get under 10 seconds? And it was like really not a trick question, but it was zero, and it's like, we've got to trust that we can move the ball to the second side. We've got to trust that on the second side, if it doesn't work out, that we have plenty of time to get it to the third side. Like, and I think it's this team has had to learn because we did bring in players that are scorers. Ting's a scorer, Talia's a scorer, even Kira Pemberton, averaged 18 points a game at North Dakota last year. Like learning to play in system where it's just as valuable that you move the ball as it is that you score the ball. Like there definitely is a lot of teaching in that. All freshmen come in and have been leading scorers of their team and need to learn how to pass the ball and move the ball. And no different with Markayla. Like we have a lot of kids that can score the ball, but we lost 500 assists. So to me, it's about making sure we're getting the ball to open people in position to make the best plays for them.
You don't think you could get like a ninth year for Sarah? Or did you?
Yeah, I mean the beauty of it's kind of fun. Like Sarah, we were on FaceTime with Sarah for her birthday the week before last, and Sarah is now teaching calculus and coaching in Indianapolis, y'all. So like,
Huh.
you know, pretty amazing right now. Started as a substitute teacher. They asked her to teach the class, and so the kiddos are growing up. She's actually the only one of our graduated seniors besides Madison, who's got a local teaching job here in Waco right away, that's not playing. But all our other seniors that graduated are overseas playing. So pretty proud coach moment with all of that.
Yeah, the calculus part of that certainly makes Baylor look really good that they could have somebody. I mean, my gosh, that's pretty exciting. Okay, Yutang Dong, you mentioned her, and I mean, it's funny how how I can get obsessed with like, okay, who's this and what's her game like, and so I started just seeing her show up in pictures, that where y'all would be there, and so I just really haven't, other than some of the social media stuff, I don't have a great feel for her game yet. Walk me through kind of where she's fit in and all the things that she can do because she strikes me as someone that could be a pretty versatile player for you.
Yeah, she's Ting is incredibly talented. I mean, incredibly talented. I think she's going through the when you think about a year ago, she didn't get into Auburn until mid-January. Really only played in a handful of games, and so, had a huge 27-point game, which probably skewed her stats a little bit, but I think an elite talent, someone with size. She can really shoot the basketball from three. She's got deep range. She's broad shouldered. She's probably got the highest vertical on our team. Just she's smooth. Like our girls refer to her as like LeBron. I want her to be more LeBron like. I want her to want to initiate more contact and play through bumps in the lane because she has the size and strength to do it. But she's a little finesse right now in terms of wanting to get to her pull up, wanting to take threes. And so I think for her, it's really, she's going through her first, she's a freshman, even though she played in the SEC last year. It's her first summer of workouts, her first track workouts, her first fall 30 practices in 40 days, 42 days or whatever. And so she's kind of going through some of those growing pains right now of trying to find her way, trying to keep up. But she is an elite talent, and it's going to click. It's going to click sooner, hopefully, than later, and hopefully as early as Paris, because she's going to be really valuable to us. I think, she's one of those players that has all-American ability. But I think learning defensive schemes and being in elite shape and all of those things are still like dangling out there for her to kind of achieve, but can really score the basketball. Looks good doing it, like just she makes plays where you just kind of shake your head and say, wow.
Mm-hmm.
And then also like, why don't you do that more often? So
Mm-hmm.
there's kind of that balance of her learning to be, kind of a dominant player on the floor. And, she can float at times. She can float and disappear. And so, figuring out how to make sure we're taking advantage of all the things she's good at, and, she's confident enough to do it. Like, Talia is one of those players that I firmly believe when she steps on any court that she's ever played on, she's got Batman mentality. Like, I'm that girl. Like, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't care if she misses 10 shots. I think she doesn't lose that, like it's, and I think not everyone's wired like that, and that's the uniqueness about the different parts of the game. You can have all the tools, but learning to have the confidence to utilize them, and that's where, but when Ting gets going, it is a beautiful sight, like an absolutely beautiful sight, because of her ability to rise up, her ability to do things that a lot of girls can't do. Her shot's pretty. She can make an easy play complex by spinning and euro stepping. So it looks really good when she does it. Sometimes she really just needs to go one dribble and attack and play into someone's chest and get an and one. But her game is really pretty.
All right, I want to be mindful of what you have coming up, but I wanted to ask about preparing for Duke. And I think some of these Duke teams, they've had some really good teams. And I think of some of their guards actually that they've had in the past. What Duke team ranked high? This should be a great matchup. What have you been able to determine about them? What have they added? What do they have coming back? What's this Duke team look like as you've tried to? And I would think it's difficult to know exactly what this team might be about. What do they have returning, and what do you think of this team?
Yeah, I think they have a core group back. They were fairly young a year ago. So, their leading scorer was a freshman a year ago. Um, and obviously she's back. She came off the bench the entire year for them last year. Um, but Ashlyn Jackson from San Antonio is a senior, an elite 3-point shooter. They have elite athleticism on the perimeter. They're always defensive minded since Kara Lawson has been there. They've had a very defensive minded approach. Sometimes a bit of a first to 50 kind of mentality is going to win. Thought last year they opened it up, and in stretches were really good offensively, but they can always hang their hat on physical aggressive. I was telling the team yesterday, they have a very pro style defense. They're gonna be really good on the nail and elbows and blocks. Their rotations are good. They're going to be aggressive in their ball screen coverage and zone up the backside, and they can press. So they've got a lot of key players back. They lost a kid named Alucci. She transferred to Maryland, and she was an unbelievable lift off the bench for them. Like high energy, high octane, just made them better when she hit the floor. But they added a kid named Emily Skinner, who was a top 10 McDonald's All-American, from Utah. Dad was a coach. And she gives them size at the point, but the ability to play multiple positions on the perimeter. So they're not a big team. I think they're not that dissimilar to us in terms of being a little lengthier and athletic inside, but maybe not, all that big. But they will play through the post with Toby Fournier, who was their leading scorer a year ago. But she's more of a lean into you, get around you, like super athletic. She's been dunking since she was like 15 years old. So, really athletic, but they're not like a power post up type team. They're very set driven, very, very set driven, and then defend the heck out of you. So, I've been searching since, May to figure out how we're going to score against them. So we'll see how I do.
Yeah, we'll be watching. All of America will be watching, tuning in to see. And I hope there's a good. I think the Parisians. I hope they'll get out. There'll be a nice crowd there. Maybe some Bears will make the trip over there. Last thing I had for you, Bugs. Anything? I mean, obviously you saw in the postseason when you had to play without her, y'all did fine. But she's just such a huge weapon for you. Anything she's added to her game? I think one thing we wondered is if she may extend her range a little bit. What has she worked on, and will we notice anything sort of different about her game to go along with what she already does great, which is rebound, defend, all those things?
Yeah, I mean, I think she's become more and more confident from three. So I'd anticipate. I don't think Bugs is ever going to search threes. Like I just don't think that's her mentality. But hopefully we can get her to, make a three, go 1 for 3, have a game where she's 2 for 4. Like I think she's capable. She's been less hesitant to shoot it. I think that's brought confidence. So I think the effort she put in the gym has impacted her that way. I also think, just her confidence getting to her pull up. Like, she's super comfortable and confident in that pull up game, and just finding her space to do it. But utilizing maybe a little bit more of playing her in the mid post, getting her to her fade game. I just think she's super confident when she gets to her spots. And so continuing to find ways to get her to elbows and get her to mid posts and short corners where she can maneuver. But yeah, she's going to do what she does. She did it in the exhibition game. She went and got like 6 offensive rebounds, and it's the energy, it's the steal to the layup, it's a transition bucket. It's those are the things you can count on.
All right. Well, listen, we know you're going to meet with some other reporters. Thank you so much for doing this. And it was funny, I'm so excited to see Jana back. And at the Big 12 Media Days, I was watching everything, and she's up on the stage, and I'm thinking, this is Jana's environment. This is like, she's owned social media, and she kind of came across as shy. She gave like really short answers, and I thought, what is going on?
Yeah, I think Bella, truthfully, is the one that's like lives in that space. I mean, we've always
Okay.
joked Bella's like going to be the next president of the United States. Like she just, but yeah, Jana was really excited. I mean,
Good. Yeah.
you can say it's really cool that somebody who is in their 6th year, as much as she was sad to lose last year, this ability to come back and play arguably the most important role on our team, in terms of her ability to lead us from the point guard position, to have the ball in her hands a lot. And so, I think it's going to be a really special year for her. Even though it was tough to lose her a year ago, like I don't think there's any doubt she would have played valuable minutes. Would she have, been a starter and played 30 minutes? No, there weren't enough minutes for her to do that a year ago. So this is kind of a unique opportunity for her to truly be. She's a captain this year. So just really turn a page in terms of what if she's capable of doing, as the vet on our team at this point.
All right. You would have been good in the NIL space and the social media when you were playing. I mean, I think you could have
I
you could have done some good things in that area. Hey, listen, fun to have you, and have a very safe trip. Have fun over there, and might as well get a win while you're over there against those Blue
might as
Devils.
well. We're gonna give it our
Yeah.
best shot.
And I'm just glad you could be on the new YouTube show. We're
here
happy,
we go.
we're very happy to feature you.
I
Yes.
gotta do my hair the next time I know I'm coming on.
I think it looks fine. I think it looks fine. We'll give you more notice next time.
We leave for France tomorrow, you know?
Yeah, you'll
Just
be
trying
fine.
to keep it together. Practice, pack, all the things.
Yes,
so, yeah.
yes. All right. Well, I look forward to talking to you soon. Have a great trip.
All right. Thank you.
You bet. There she goes, Nicki Collen on the Mosley Show. And well, some interesting things to unpack there as she starts to break down this season. Bears and Blue Devils.
If you want the best for your body, you want Ascension Providence, the largest sports and orthopedics group in Central Texas. Using innovative and cutting-edge technology, we're able to understand your body better than ever, delivering treatment with precision. And with our fellowship-trained and board-certified doctors, you'll receive excellent care. Work with a team dedicated to your health, wellness, and safety.
So you can perform
at your best.
Ascension Providence, caring for Texas families for over 120 years.
Drive in the fall at Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Waco. Huge savings and the best selection in Central Texas. From powerful Ram trucks, Motor Trend's Truck of the Year, to adventure-ready Jeeps and stylish new Dodges, we've got the right ride for you. Upgrading, downsizing, or buying your very first vehicle, Allen Samuels has you covered with friendly service and deals that make driving fun. Don't miss the Drive in the Fall event, only at Allen Samuels.
Come by, let's be friends.
When Central National Bank decided to partner with Baylor women's basketball, we didn't know exactly what that partnership would look like.
What brings you into the bank today?
For the last couple of months, I've been noticing a charge on my account, and I would like to block it.
I see. So you have a charge,
Yes?
and you'd like to block it?
Yes.
I think you should take the charge.
What?
Yeah, I definitely think you should take the charge.
I don't think you understand.
Sometimes you just have to take one for the team.
Is there a manager available?
We love that Coach Collen is all about the team. Once we get the vocabulary down, the sky's the limit.
Central National Bank, proud partner of Baylor Athletics and Baylor women's basketball.
I have Mac Rhodes, director of Baylor Athletics, on the phone. Mac, can you tell Peggy why she should take the charge?
Of course she should take the charge. Wait, are you at the bank again? And who is Peggy?
Football is back, and Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more. Get your picks right, and you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. You can play with as little as $1. Download the app today and sign up with promo code Mosley to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code MOSLEY. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog, make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play-and-get-terms_DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 HOPE line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. That's 467-369.